Welcome to Dr. Josefina's Way. I am Dr. Josefina Monasterio, fitness expert, weight loss, and success coach. We have a great program for you today. You heard the saying, you either are part of the problem or part of the solution. Well, my guest today is Steve Dorrance, and he is an executive director of the Treasure Coast Health Foundation. The beauty with this program is that this is a concept that doesn't just apply to our local community, but it's a global problem. It's a national issue also. So stay tuned, because we're gonna learn how people can take their ideas and make an impact and a difference in other people's life. This is the show that you need to stay. Call everybody, call your friends to watch this program. You're nice and relaxed. You know when you're ready to do the next asana. It's called the pigeon, and here you're gonna have to find your center. Okay. So you come from the lying down, up. Well, you can go even. This is another one that's good. It's called the dolphin. Now that we're here in this pose, let me put my pants up. Okay. So here. This is fabulous for your shoulder. You know, women are always trying to work on their shoulders. This is good for your shoulders because it's called the dolphin. So I'm here, and it's like my body has like a V, an inverted V, and then and go out and in, out and in, out, in, out, in, out, in. And you can tell you're working those biceps, you're working your tricep, and you're working your back. Isn't that phenomenal? I think it's hot. Literally. Okay, so I was gonna show you the pigeon now. So in this one, we can, sometimes this is kind of, for some people, hard, but it's good to get into that pose too. This is another yoga pose. So you can start just sitting on your legs, and very slowly then you can start separating, and then you might get to this point here like this, and then you keep going. It's amazing how your body responds when you give the challenge. The body's tendency is always toward health and well-being. So let's go from here. I'm gonna take my right leg, bring it, gonna like sit on it, bend it, look at my center, bring my hands up to the sky, and bend backwards. And here you have to find your balance. It's fabulous because you need to find your balance, your focus, your center. We're always out of alignment, okay? So find it. What you do to one side, you need to do it to the other side. Now, I'd like to give you the big picture of that. Back, right leg, arms up to the sky. Grab your foot and stretch, and you feel the quads being stretched. Ouch! Nice. Okay, the next leg, the right. Back to relaxing pose, Savasana. You feel nice, you feel all that stretch, your whole body stretch, all your muscles. You feel the energy circulating, you feel that you're really releasing all the blockages that takes your energy and blocks your energy. So you feel exhausted, you feel tired, you feel drained, you feel with that sense of lack of energy that people tell me all the time, because we get so constipated through the whole body. And the energy, blocking the passages of energy. And yoga is called the chakras. And we have more than 3,000 chakras. And the constant the stimuli from the outside world is constantly coming to you, and we don't make the time to let it go. Like me now. Okay, we are here back at the gym, but now you don't have excuses to say, well, I can't make it to the gym because there is no excuses. Mickey, tell them why there is no more excuses, because we have this.
We have bands.
Yeah.
It is a gym with handles. It's right there. It's an elastic tubing with handles.
I like that name. A gym with handles.
A gym with handles. You can take it with you when you're traveling. It's neat in a suitcase, your purse, anywhere. First exercise I'm going to have Josefina do is called hip abduction. And what is hip abduction? It is working what we ladies call saddlebags. The most important reason for doing this exercise is for hip stabilization. Okay, so we're going to stand with the band shoulder width apart, as you see Josefina is. I'm just going to make a couple little corrections here. First of all, we want to make sure that the core is engaged. What that means is the belly button is drawn into the spine, pelvic floor up. Just going to shift your elbows a little more forward, not
like
your body, just your elbows right there. And she's going to just simply bring her leg out to the side.
Up to the side.
And then back in, keeping resistance on the band.
Wow, Mickey,
it's a lot harder than it
difficult.
looks. Now, there are different levels of bands. What we have right now is a red band, and depending on the company, they color code them to resistance. We are actually using a medium red band. But because Josefina has her arms in an arm curl position, she's isometrically working her biceps as well as working, again, the hip. And balance also you're working.
Yes, it's very, very difficult. I can't walk it.
And you can also do walking bands, but that'll be another segment.
Okay, next?
Next is a seated squat with an arm curl.
Now my feet will be together?
You want to have them relaxed, just about shoulder width apart. Okay. Again, you want to keep in mind your core. Okay? We don't want the elbows racing out in front. We want to keep those elbows into our rib cage. And it is simply like you're sitting on a chair, you curl up and then relax it back down. So you don't have to keep that contraction. So as you're coming down, okay, relax your arms, bring your arms down. Now as you come up.
Oh, bend, okay.
Okay, just like you're sitting on a chair, you're going to sit down on my lap. There you go. The glutes are responsible for what's called hip flexion. So in order to engage them, you have to like sit on a chair and come up.
And you're working your biceps too?
You're working your biceps too. You don't want to just bend at the trunk. You want to sit on a chair. But make sure you get that flexion and extension in there too. Straighten those arms out. Okay. So hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Straighten the arms.
Straight.
Now squat and curl. That's it. And then you go down. I'm throwing you off balance. That's my fault.
Again.
But we want to make sure that the form is perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Start with your arms. Stand up straight. Stand up straight. Now straighten your arms. Straighten your arms. There we go. Now when you come, you're going to come down into the squat. At the same time you're squatting is when you're going to do your curl. Squat. Good.
Yeah. Oh, that feels better.
That's it. Now you have, it's a little coordination, a little balance. But again, it's a multifunctional exercise. Bicep strength and hip strength.
Wow, this is an awesome workout. I mean, it works everything, balance, I mean.
Exactly.
Anything else, Mickey?
Well, and again, as we get older, we start losing our sense of balance at about age 35. So it's great to incorporate these little, even if you're, typically working in a gym, grab those bands. You can do a million things with them. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, bye. In this week's program, we're talking about how to get outside of the box and help other people. So the affirmation is, I look for ways to help others to be at their best, and I share myself unselfishly. I look for ways to help others to be at their best, and I share myself unselfishly. I look for ways to help others to be at their best. And I share myself unselfishly. And most of the time, if we want to improve the world, we have to get outside of ourselves and look for answers and for solutions for other people. And this is what this program is all about today. Getting out of our limitation and projecting that energy and the enthusiasm to help others to really get control of their physical body, their mind, and their spirit by providing excellent services. So, I look for ways to help others to be at their best, and I share myself unselfishly. And here we are sharing with you some information about the food that really help you to slow down the aging process. And Rosie's mom is here. Hi, Rosie, how are you?
I'm good, darling.
It's funny, your mom is so awesome. She just said, oh, it's good for your skin. And it's true. She's absolutely right. What I use is coconut oil for my skin.
You do?
And I eat olive oil.
Oh, well.
So that's one of my ways.
That's her way. Let's talk about carbohydrate weight. This is another carbohydrate. Remember we talked about the three components or three categories. One is the starch, which is bread is part of that. One is vegetables, which we talked about by adding the garlic and the oils and the lemon and the cheeses on things. Next is the fruit, and fruit is something you should be eating quite often. All right, but again, you can eat fruit with a protein, nuts, yogurt. Okay, you mix all of this stuff. Fruit is excellent for you, and because it's an antioxidant and helps brain matter. So what we have here is just grapefruits and peaches and I go through fruit a lot. My husband loves fruit.
Me too.
Enormous amount of fruit we eat in this house. And you leave out fruit. You don't tend to put it in the refrigerator, even though some people like it in the refrigerator.
I don't.
It's better to keep fruit out, even your tomatoes, because tomato is considered either a fruit or a vegetable.
Yes.
So, you want to keep these
What is it for you? Is a fruit or is a veggie? Tomatoes.
It depends on what I'm cooking. If I need a fruit and it goes in the it goes in the as a fruit in the salad, because a lot of people put strawberries in salads.
That's right.
And tomatoes are considered.
But I like your answer. I like the answer. Whatever I'm cooking, okay, do I want a fruit? I get a tomato. When I cook, I get a veggie. I get a tomato.
You know what's an also great vegetable to have now that we sidetracked to a vegetable is those little baby tomatoes.
Oh, cherry tomatoes.
Those are excellent for you also. So be creative. Make things taste good. Put things in bowls in your refrigerator. Don't keep them in those plastic, disgusting things that you get from the supermarket. So when the kids open up the refrigerator, they see something that's enticing and they grab it.
Yes. And these roses are powerhouse of anti-aging and antioxidants.
Absolutely.
And help you with the collagen.
Absolutely.
Build collagen. So it's a good way to...
but you all know this, so it's a matter of getting back to basics.
Yes.
And keeping them in your refrigerator. But my suggestion is keep them in beautiful bowls.
Absolutely, baby, like us.
Like us.
Okay.
We're beautiful bowls.
Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome. Come again.
Yes. I'm so glad you're joining us today because I have a special guest, a special show really. And my guest today is Steve Durrance. Steve, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Yes, for being here with us. Tell me a little bit of your background before we get into this awesome project that you are doing.
Thanks very much. I've spent most of my career as a chief operating officer. Retired for the most part when I was 47 and then went back to work.
That sounds good.
I have an advanced degree from Harvard, and so now I'm applying all of my for-profit corporate sector experience to a not-for-profit.
Okay, now what is that project? I know you are the executive director of the Treasure Coast Health Foundation. Can you explain my viewers what is it? What is the mission? What is it?
Sure. Treasure Coast Community Health Foundation is an organization that's what's called technically a soul supporting organization. Our mission is to provide special funds for projects that are relating to Treasure Coast Community Health. Treasure Coast Community Health is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization that provides health care to about 16,000 residents of Indian River County.
Wow.
huge percentage of which are indigents. So we provide a lot of indigent care, but we also provide care to just hardworking folks who are struggling to get by in the community. Retirees are another population, folks who came to Florida with a nest egg. That nest egg has now been lost because of real estate transactions or because of the stock market or the declining economy. Those folks now struggle to buy medicine.
Wow.
They struggle also to get adequate health care. So it's a very wide range of folks.
Yes, so I'm somebody who wants to get the services. So tell me first the benefits, the services that you provide, like, okay, medication, right? What is it?
Well, it's a full range of services. We provide medical, dental, and behavioral health care services. We have, coincidentally, the only female OBGYN in the entire county, which is about 400 square miles. And we also provide pharmaceuticals. Now, given the demographics of Florida, that pharmaceutical service is very, very important because for the most part, with the exception of you, of course, the older we get, the more medicine we take. And if you're down here on a fixed income or living anywhere on a fixed income, pharmaceuticals now become a major expense for some people. And as a federally qualified health center, which is what we are technically, we buy pharmaceuticals at exceptional pricing, and we pass that pricing along to our end user or our patients with very little markup. We are not for profit. So, for example, there is a pen that diabetics use, and that can be bought at some of the big nationally known pharmaceutical stores for around $250.
Wow.
We buy that for $1.
Wow.
And for people who are indigents and in need of that, they're buying it us for $5 or $10. You know, I'm not sure exactly what the price is on it. But so that's part of the void that we fill in the community. One of the important roles of the foundation, as I said, is to support the what we call, the operating company. The operating company, really the clinics. And one of the kinds of things that the foundation raises money for example, is we could palpate a breast on exam and find a lump in it. Write a prescription for that woman to get a $99 mammogram. We have contracted with a number of people in the community. But if they don't have the $99, they can't get the test. So we are in a little bit of a helpless position almost, where we've written the order, we know that there's a problem, but they can't get the order fulfilled. So they'll come back week after week or month after month. We know that the problem is worsening, but can do very little about it. We don't have the technology, the mammogram machine, so we provide it through third parties. So can you imagine if I could get a donation of $2,000 or $5,000 or whatever the denomination has to be, how many mammograms we can provide at $99 a piece? That truly does save someone's life.
Now, what you're talking about is a problem that is all over the country. It's a health issue. It's health, it's health issues. It's crisis. What got you motivated to deal with this issue, to do something about it? What is in your heart that made you do that?
Well, you use the right word. It is, in fact, a crisis. Healthcare in America will, I think, change dramatically over the next few years. And in this county, or in this state, Florida, it's changing as we speak. Just today, the governor has proposed, for instance, charging Medicaid recipients $10 a piece per month. So a family of four, if you're at the poverty level, that's $40 a month. That's a lot of money to some people. So we estimate that 800,000 children will go without medical care because they can't pay the $10, or their families can't pay the $10. So we're seeing things like that, and the American Care Act is likely to put hundreds of thousands of people on a national basis at the federally qualified health centers. The challenge is the demand is going up tremendously, but the pool of monies, both federal and state, is going down almost as fast as the demand goes up. Now, an illustration of the demand is this. 3 years ago, we served about 7,500 patients. 2 years ago, we served 10,513.
Wow.
This year, we will serve 17,000 patients in this county, representing about 58,000 visits.
And what is the demographic? What is the people that comes more, that need your services the most? Like Hispanic, African Americans?
No, you know what?
Everybody?
Great question. We serve a tremendous cross section of the county, and there really isn't any particular demographic breakdown. Poverty now is spread across all demographics,
Yes.
or all races.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's not equally spread, but it is absolutely represented
Yes.
in every single race.
Wow.
I didn't answer the question completely that you asked. Why did I get involved in
Yes,
this?
yeah.
Okay, let me go back and answer that specifically. I got involved in this because there isn't a single charity that's more important to me than health.
Yes.
Keeping people healthy, keeping them alive. I could have, donated my time, so to speak, or picked up as a cause saving the turtles or the frogs or the environment. All of those are worthwhile causes,
Yes.
but saving people's lives is much more important.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Now, what can my viewers do to help you? Because, I listening to you and you speak from your heart. It comes that
Thank you.
sincerity, that honesty, that you really care for what the project that you do with the Treasure Coast Community Health Foundation. So let's see people want to get involved, because I think it's not only a nation or statewide, just in the state of Florida, but also it's in the United States of America, and it's global. It's around the world.
It is an absolute global crisis. There's no question about it.
So we want to empower you and to motivate you. One way is by watching the show. We give you tips on how to empower yourself, take care of yourself. Another way is by contacting you. How can people help you if they wish to help you?
Well, the easiest way to get me is through my email address, which is sdorrance@tcchinc.org, or certainly folks can call me if they're domestic at 772-571-1982.
And one of the, when I was reading your information, you also mentioned the women who are going to have children, and they have to travel someplace like Melbourne, which is about 45 minutes to get transportation because they don't have transportation. Can you speak to a little bit about that issue? Because this is women who are expecting babies.
Oh, it's a significant problem. There are about 1,200 babies born to people in this county every year. We know about 800 of them are pretty adequately cared for. 400 of them, we believe, are not adequately cared for. So they're traveling to Melbourne. They previously traveled to Melbourne because we did not have an OBGYN.
Yes.
And without insurance, it's very, very difficult to find anyone that will take you. But equally as important, there are just few people delivering babies right now.
Yes.
Because unfortunately it's high risk,
Yes.
lots of liability,
Yes.
very expensive insurance, and so on and so forth. So can you imagine in the heat of Florida having to wait for a bus in the sun to take it to Melbourne, wait for your appointment? You'll spend a day going back and forth. Given human nature what it is,
Yes.
people won't do it.
Exactly.
So therefore they don't get adequate prenatal care.
So how do you solve that? What
Well,
do you do?
they come now to our clinics
Perfect.
because we have that female OBGYN, and we can satisfy the need for probably not all 400, but certainly a very, very big part of them. But one of the needs that we have is for an ultrasound machine. We actually have a need for two, but we got a donation recently of one. You asked how people can help?
Yes.
I'm trying to raise $50,000 for the second ultrasound machine. I'd like people to help if they care about women's health issues. Pap smears, which we don't do in-house, we contract them out. They're $49 a piece. So as little as a $49 gift can make a difference to
Yes.
someone.
And I think that's a great amount. Like everybody can cooperate with $49.
Yes.
Everybody should send Steve. We're gonna put your email in the screen so people can copy and write it. They can get in touch with you through me if you missed it. But everybody take $49 and plant that seed, and that not only you're going to be helping other people to become healthy, but also you're helping yourself, because we are one. It's not that it's a problem that is isolated over there. We are all connected. We don't exist in a world anymore that what happens in Europe doesn't affect me. It's the opposite. Affects everybody. So everybody should send $49 to Steve. Right, Steve?
Well, thank you very much. That would be great. And know that with that $49, it's not going to administrative expense. Our administrative expense is about 6%, which is extraordinarily low. So it will go directly for patient care. You could dedicate it for pap smears, you could dedicate it for mammograms. That would be the choice of your viewers. It can be what's called a directed gift.
Yes, yes.
You know, or if your passion is women's health issue with children, whatever you choose it to be, we're happy to accommodate whatever your particular interests are.
One more thing that I'd like you to talk to me about, because I know it's so expensive, even if you have a little bit of money, dental care. Tell me about that.
We have a very, very big dental practice. We have 13 dental chairs right now. We have 9 dentists, ranging from, at the risk of insulting some of them, regular dentists to folks who make dentures to folks who are dental surgeons.
Yes.
We provide that entire spectrum of
Steve,
services.
let me interrupt you. Do they do that for free?
Some of our staff, in fact, donate their time.
Okay.
They'll give us a day a month, which is fine.
Yes.
Because a day a month means that we can schedule that person with that dentist a month from now for the next appointment. So we have several dentists that donate some time to us. We have some dentists that have been very successful in their practice and have just sold it, but are still eager to provide care. So they come to us.
I love that.
Yep, and that is a model that we must use because given our staff size, we can't pay everyone.
Yes.
It's important to note, however, that our doctors are all either board certified or eligible to be board certified.
That's excellent.
Yes.
That's excellent. Okay. We talk about fundraising. How often do you do fundraising?
Well,
we're doing fundraising right now.
We're doing a little bit of it right now. And the truth of the matter is, we have not held ever a big fundraising event. The foundation is only about 2 years old, and I'm the first executive director. So one of my goals this year, through any number of vehicles like this, is to build brand awareness for the organization, the clinics.
Yes.
Our user population, our patients, aren't really our donors. There's another entire population of people on this side of the river, for instance, that really are our potential donors, but know very little about the organization.
Yes.
So it's raising awareness that is what I'm doing right now. Next year, we'll probably have some sort of a significant event in town.
That's fabulous. So is anything else that you want to share with my viewers about, number one, let's repeat your email and how to connect with you, and your phone number I know is going to be on the screen. So do you mind saying your email again?
No, it'd be my pleasure.
Yes. And you're on Facebook too, right?
Yes, I'm personally on Facebook. Again, it's Steve Dorrance. My email is sdorrance@tcchinc.org. And my phone number is 772-571-1982.
And I'm kind of speechless right now with you, because I think the work you're doing is so phenomenal. And I'm just thinking about people who can't afford health care. And you know, and you get your children sick, and you're expecting a baby, and you need your medication, and you need dental care. And in the greatest country in the world, people are faced with this situation. Situation that sometimes we think is only in places where I came from people like my country,
May I share a little story with you about the crisis that we have?
Yes.
I have had the benefit of always having wonderful health care, being a corporate person, if you will. And I always falsely believed, I was naive, that there was ultimately a healthcare safety net. There isn't a healthcare safety net. We have a person right now, 21 years old, married, 2-year-old, and he has leukemia without insurance. It was nearly impossible to get him an oncologist and to get him care. We've now discovered that he needs a bone marrow transplant. We can't find a hospital in the state of Florida that will take him. So in some cases, when you're diagnosed with a condition like that, we've given you a death sentence.
Yes.
And it truly is, Dr. Josefina, that serious.
Yes.
There is no path for this guy unless someone donates $125,000.
Yes.
Would be a wonderful gift, and it will save one life.
Yes.
But that's a death sentence.
Yes.
And that's really unfortunate to think that in our society,
Yes.
that's where some people will end up because there are no alternatives.
But the beautiful thing is that you are here with me. We are in Healthy Power TV, and it's Healthy Power TV. So please, get with us. Let's change this crisis. Let's make a difference by sending $49. You can afford that, just send that or more, so we can take your model, and not only for the state of Florida, for the whole world. I mean, I like to believe in big dreams, you know, because that's what I do with my life. I'm coming from my country and whatever, people know my story, but we can make a difference. We can make a difference. Get your checkbook and send $49, and you can save a life. You can make a difference. We can give people the gift of health. That's the most powerful thing. Once you get your health, you can do everything you want. Right, Steve?
And in healthcare, we make a difference one person at a time.
Exactly.
Last year, it was 16,000 differences.
Well, I have to thank you so much. Number one, for sharing that with me, because I didn't know that you were doing that in this community, that we had an awesome service. Oh, before I go, I want to ask you, what is the criteria for somebody to get the services? What do they have to do?
Actually, anyone can get the service. We serve everyone regardless of the ability to pay. So you could be phenomenally successful and come to us, and there certainly are some of those folks, or be completely impoverished and come to us. So you get the services by showing up at the door.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
And we have 5 clinics in the county, which you know of.
What location here in this area? What, like, I know Fellsmere, you mentioned Fellsmere is one.
We have 2 in Fellsmere. We have a wonderful pediatric center in Sebastian.
Oh, wow.
We have a 2-year-old, 11,000 square foot clinic on Oslo Road. Then we will open our 5th location on Tuesday in the Kmart Plaza.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Not
That's
in
great.
the Kmart, of course, but in the Kmart
Yeah,
Plaza.
in the plaza.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. So thank you so much. Again, up.
It was my pleasure. Thank you very much for the opportunity to
Yes, and you
meet
make
your audience.
You make a difference. You have made a difference in my life.
Thank you very much.
Just knowing you, the wonderful man like you are. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I am Dr. Josefina Monasterio, fitness expert, weight loss, and success coach.
And I'm Laura Guttridge. Dr. Josefina, can you tell the viewers what they have in store for next week?
Yes, a fabulous show. Next week, we're going to be talking about being a people builder, encourager, motivator instead of people basher. So you're going to stay tuned. She's going to remember then.